Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I introduce myself as Peter Hawkins, and on behalf of our company, on behalf of our vendor, the Tasmanian Grain Elevators Board, we do welcome you. We do welcome you this afternoon to the auction of one of this city's most renowned and historic landmarks, the property known as the Silos, situated in Salamanca Place. Look at that site, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it and envisage what you could do with such a magnificent piece of prime real estate. Look at that site and imagine what you can do with it. Because indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I would have thought it's a magnificent piece of property that has so many options. The options basically are limited only by your own imagination. You've inspected the property over the last 3 or 4 weeks. You've no doubt discussed those options with your business partners. You've no doubt discussed them with everybody that is involved in your potential purchase of this magnificent site today. Because every so often, every now and then, something special becomes available for sale. Something very, very special. Something that has other credentials, other features that other properties just don't have. And I'd suggest to you today that the Silos, ladies and gentlemen, the Silos, as that caption aptly states, is arguably Hobart's best water frontage development. And buyers, I envy you. I envy you the opportunity that is before you, because indeed something like that avails itself to the buying public very, very rarely. Take its actual location into consideration, and then you see that you're only minutes from the central business district. You're in the renowned Salamanca precinct, in the heart of Hobart's historic Battery Point and water frontage area. It's an area, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm sure you fully appreciate is renowned for its history, for its restaurants, for its arts, its crafts, its weekend markets. It really is the heart of Hobart. Imagination is the key to your purchase today. It's not hard to imagine it now, but I'm sure you have your own ideas, but imagine it in the future. A magnificent site, a magnificent investment site of approximately 2,300 square metres, over half an acre in the Imperial. And indeed, ladies and gentlemen, with its zoning, which is a mixed use zoning, you have the potential to do so much with it. A wide range of development options, such as residential, inner city living, has become very, very popular. And you only have to look around that very site to see what I mean there. Whether you're interested in perhaps building a hotel, retail areas, a casino. Not that Hobart needs a second one of those, but the options are there. And indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I say to you, this is a unique opportunity for you to take advantage of. Now, I had the pleasure this morning to be driven to the Silos. I had the pleasure then to take a lift to the top, right up to the very top. Yes, it was a magnificent morning, and yes, that lift operated better than the one that does here. But let me tell you, it was absolutely breathtaking at the top, 360 degrees of magnificent panoramic aspect. I looked to the north, I saw the Derwent River and the Tasman Bridge. Behind me, to my right, I looked over the Lennon Hotel, Princes Park, towards Sandy Bay, and the casino itself. You can see it there, a magnificent vista in the true sense of the word. To my left, to my rear, to my left, I could almost touch Mount Wellington. That's how clear it was this morning. And then in front of me, of course, was the Elizabeth Street Pier development. It was all there, ladies and gentlemen, all there in front of me. And I say to you, buyers, it is an outstanding opportunity to buy a premier property in a premier location. It is one of the most special sites I've had the pleasure of seeing, and certainly I wish you well in your competition today. The contracts are very simple, they're straightforward. They've been on display today and also the last week. I understand many of you have seen them. It is a very simple, straightforward document. It's supported by the vendor statement, and basically the vendor statement is a summary of the property. It is a summary prepared by the vendor solicitor that shows its zonings, shows its rates, if there are any orders, notices on the property. It would be in that document, and we'd obviously bring it to your attention today. But I can say quite categorically there are no orders or notices affecting the property as per the vendor statement. The contract to sale is a simple, straightforward document. The normal general conditions of sale apply. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, what it's saying to you that we are offering today a title a Torrens title that comprises 2,301 square metres. The address of the property is known as the Silos of Salamanga Place at 1 Castray Esplanade, Hobart. We're offering to you the property as you've seen it, as you've inspected it. The purchase price you will determine. The deposit will be paid on the signing of this document this afternoon, 10% deposit. To the successful bidder, he will come up and sign a contract and pay a deposit. The balance need not be paid until 120 days from today. You can settle earlier if you wish, but you have 120-day possession right if you need. Item 2 of the schedule of the contract shows that the property is offered with vacant possession, with the majority of the site, but subject to 2 monthly tenancies on the ground floor of the office buildings. It is a very straightforward document. The special conditions also apply. If you wish to buy in a company name, you have every right to do so. The directors of that company would be expected to sign a guarantee, and that is covered in the special condition. If you wish to substitute the name of the buyer prior to settlement, you have the right to do that as well. The bidding clause, ladies and gentlemen, basically a summary of the way the property and the auction is run this afternoon. And it states very simply that I, as the auctioneer, shall have the right to nominate the amount by which the bidding is to be advanced, and subject to the vendor's reserve price, the highest bidder whose bid is accepted by the auctioneer shall be the purchaser. But I, as the auctioneer, may refuse any bid, and no bid shall be retracted. The vendor reserves the right to bid either personally or by an agent, and the right to withdraw the property from sale. If any dispute arises between 2 more bids as to any bid, the auctioneer is entitled to determine the dispute, or at my or vendor's option, resubmit the property for sale to you. A very simple, very straightforward clause. It is a simple documentation. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you once and once only, have you any questions about that contract? Have you any questions about the
Mr. Auctioneer, I have a question over here. In relation to the tunnel that is under this property, could you give me any assurances, or are there any warranties that would protect me as purchaser in relation to either legal liability or flooding that may emanate in relation to that tunnel?
Well, sir, to answer your question, the tunnel from the silos to the wharf is under Castray Esplanade, as you well know, and the vendors have a tunnel licence. Now, you take possession of the property. If you wish to utilise that tunnel licence, you would need to apply for a transfer, and then your obligations would be transferred there. If you don't wish to use the tunnel and don't transfer and ask for a transfer for it, sir, it'll be taken away from the property. Answer your question?
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a magnificent property, a magnificent opportunity. Our vendors are realising their grain storage operations, and they have made a commercial decision, a business decision, to close their Hobart operation known as the silos. And that reason only gives you the opportunity today to purchase this magnificent holding. It is one of a kind. You are the judges. I respect that, and I'm sure you've come to the same conclusion. It is most definitely one of a kind. Now, I have my instructions, buyers, and they are basically, presuming something fair and reasonable is offered under auction competition this afternoon, my instructions will be to sell the property under auction competition. So don't expect a referral. Don't expect me to stop the auction midstream and confer with my vendor, because I have no intention of doing so. My intention is to sell it under auction competition this afternoon. But as I say, you are the judges. You will tell me what the property's worth. We've had a lot of interest in the property from the start. It is now your opportunity to tell us what you think the property's worth. Can I see a fair and reasonable start for the silos, ladies and gentlemen?
Excuse, please.
Excuse.
English not good. By Growdy Palix?
Your English, sir, is not that good. I didn't quite hear the question.
By Growdy Palix.
Could someone help him, please, so we could just understand the question?
All my friend say is, does the grain stay? Does the grain stay? The Growdy Palix.
Does the grain stay? Does the grain stay? Yes, it is a good question. No, sir, the grain doesn't stay.
We say no.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the time of reckoning for you to tell us what you think the property's worth. Can I see a fair and reasonable start for the silos? I'm in your hands, bidders. A fair and reasonable start for the property anywhere you like. Up to you to tell us what you think the property's worth. 500. Thank you, sir. $500,000. A fair and reasonable start bid, a bid $500,000. That's a very good price for the signage rights, I would have thought, but I appreciate your start. I bid $500,000. We'll go in a $50,000 rise from there. I bid 500 bid. At $500,000, I bid 500 bid only. At 500 bid, a bid 550. At 550 bid, a bid 550 in front. I bid $550,000. I'm not going to rush it. I leave it to you to tell me what the property's worth. I'm in your hands. I bid 6. I bid $600,000. Bid 650. I bid 650 bid. At
700.
Bid. At 7 bid now. At 7 a bid, a bid 7. At $700,000 a bid 7 bid, a bid 7. If I can't see you, don't hesitate putting your hand out, talking it out. I bid 750. Thank you, sir. 750 bid, a bid 750 again. At $750,000. At 750, I bid a bid 750.
You take 25? Would you take 25,000?
I will, sir. I think we should too, because at that type of money, it gives you everyone an opportunity to bid and buy for it. I bid 775 with you, and I do the same to you, sir, at 775, and I do the same to you too, sir, 8. At $800,000, bid a bid 8. At $800,000 on my left, a bid 8 only. At 825. At 825, I have in front at 825 bid. 825, and a bid 850 now, and a bid 875 here. $875,000 bid 900. At 9 a bid. At $900,000 bid 9 bid. At 9 a bid 9 only. At 925 in the bid. At 925 bid. At $925,000 bid 925. Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful opportunity for you. I bid 950 here. At $950,075. At 975, would you like to make it $1 million? At 975 bid 975. Looks better in the papers at that anyway, doesn't it? At 975 million, thank you. I bid $1 million bid. At $1 million bid, a bid $1 million only, a bid $1 million bid. At $1 million. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do to help you all. I'll take a $10,000 rise. Can I do it? 10. At $1 million, 10. At $1 million, 10, I'll do the same to you, sir, or you, ma'am. At $1 million, 10 bid, a bid $1 million, 20. At $1 million and 20 bid, a have. At $1 million and 20 the bid. At $1 million, 20 bid, only 30. At $1 million and $30,000. At $1 million and 30 bid, for the first time I've asked you, at $1 million and 30 biddings here. At $1 million and 30 bid, a bid 40. At $1 million and 40 back up top at $1 million and $40,000. A magnificent opportunity for you, ladies and gentlemen. A property of that calibre you're bidding, sir. At $1 million and 40. At 50 I have. At $1 million and 50 the bid, and I do the same to you. At $1 million and 50 bid. At $1 million and 50 bid, to be $1 million 50. I don't know how you can value the view. I really don't. Think of the future, your residential development. $1 million and $50,000, 60 bids. At $1 million and 60, and it's not a lot of money. When you're buying something like that for now and for the future, I bid $1 million and 60, it's against you, sir. At $1 million and 60, the bidding's here. At $1 million and 60 bid, for the first time I've asked you at $1 million and $60,000. 70. Thank you, bid. At $1 million and 70. At $1 million and 70 bid. At $1 million and $70,000 is against you, sir. At $1 million and 70 bid, it's also against you, ma'am. At $1 million and 70 bid. 80. At $1 million and 80 now. At $1 million and $80,000. At $1 million and 80. At $1 million and 80 bid. At $1 million and $80,000 for the first time of asking. At $1 million and $80,000, I'll take 5 to help you, sir. Can you value it within 5? 85. Give you 5. Thank you, bid. At 185. At $1 million and $85,000, bid 185, and I do the same to you, sir. At $1 million and $85,000, you've been on it almost all the way. For $5,000, it might be the one that buys it. At $1 million and $85,000, second time of asking. 90. At $1 million and 90. We have got some good judges with us here this afternoon, and what I say to you buyers is it's an opportunity that's going and going very quickly. There's not another one like it. At $1 million and 90 bid. First time of asking. It's against you, sir. At $1 million and 90. 1.1. Thank you. 1.1 the bid. At 1.1 a bid, it'll be 1.1 only. At $1.1 million bid. First time of asking at 1.1. Second time of asking at $1.1 million. Think about it. Great opportunity. Going very quickly it is, that opportunity. At $1 million and 1 only. Please don't leave here and say, well, we should have bought it. We'll go and buy something else like it, because you won't be able to find anything else like it. I bid $1,100,000 the bidding's here. If there's no advance on that figure, I'm going to sell the property. It's going to be sold to the highest bidder. At $1 million and 1 for the first time of asking. At $1,100,000. Are you going to leave it for 5? Really? At $1,100,000 for the second time I asked.
A 50.
Uh-huh. $1,150,000. 1,150,000. I thought I heard you correctly, so I'll bid 1,150,000. I'll still take your 5. At $1,150,000. First time of asking at he's only had one bid, you're not going to let him buy it with that. $1,150,000 for the second time of asking. For the third and last time. Are we done? We finished? The hammer falls on my hand. The gentleman who has bid $1,150,000 is a successful buyer. He will come and sign a contract and pay 10% deposit. Won't you, sir? At $1,150,000. Last time of asking. Done. Finished. At $1,150,000. I'm going to sell the property. Going to be sold at $1,150,000. Are we out? We out? I'm selling at $1,150,000. Sir, to you, and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, can I sincerely thank you for your attendance in competition this afternoon. Have a safe trip home. And, sir, it is a beautiful purchase without the grain. Thank you.